Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you were new here, thank you for stopping by and joining us on our lovely adventure here. In today's video, we're going to go into Chapter 6, Part 1 of One of Us is Lying. I'm so excited about this, so let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 6, Cooper, Saturday, September 29th, 4:15 p.m. I squint at the batter. We're at full count and he's fouled off the last two pitches. He's making me work, which isn't good, and a showcase game like this facing a right-handed second baseman with so-so stats. I should have mowed him down already. Problem is, I'm distracted. It's been hell of a week. Pop's in the stands and I can picture exactly what he's doing. Hell, he's taken off his cap now, nodding in between his hands and stares at the mound like burning a hole into me with his eyes is going to help. I bring the ball into my glove and glance at Louise, who catches for me during regular season. He's on the Bayview High's football team too, but got permission to miss today's game so he could be here. He signals a fastball, but I shake my head. I've thrown 5 already and this guy's figured everyone out. I keep shaking Louise off until he gives me the signal I want. Louise adjusts his crotch slightly, and we've played together long enough that I can read his thoughts in the movement. Your funeral, man. I position my fingers on the ball, tensing myself and preparation to throw. It's not my most consistent pitch. If I miss, it'll be a big fast softball and this guy will crush it. I draw back and hurl as hard as I can. My pitch heads straight for the middle of the plate and the batter takes an eager, triumphant swing. Then the ball breaks, dropping out of the strike zone and into Louise's glove. The stadium explodes and cheers, and the batter shakes his head like he has no idea what happened. I adjust my cap and try not to look pleased. I've been working on the slider all year. I strike the next hitter on 3 straight fastballs. The last one hits 93, the fastest I've ever pitched, lights out for a lefty. My stats through the 2 innings are 3 strikeouts, 2 groundouts, and a long fly that would have been a double if the right fielder hadn't made a diving catch. I wish I could have that pitch back. My curveball didn't curve, but other than that, I feel pretty good about the game. I'm at Petco, the Padres Stadium. Give me just a second. It is my cat. Come on, baby. That's how she signals to get in. She paws at the door. Come here, baby. You want to say hi? No, she's a little shy. That's Stormy, my cat, if anybody is wondering. Well, she was my cat. She's my parents' cat now, but, you know, gotta give her some love here. I'm at Petco, the Padres Stadium, for an invitation-only showcase event, which my father insisted I go to, even though Simon's memorial service is in an hour. The organizers agreed to let me pitch first and leave early, so I skip my usual post-game routine, take a shower, and head out of the locker room with Louise to find Pop. I spot him as someone calls my name. Cooper Clay. The man approaching me looks successful. That's the only way I can think to describe it. Sharp clothes, sharp haircut, and just the right amount of tan and a confident smile as he holds his hands out to me. Josh Langley with the Padres. I've spoken to your coach a few times. Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, I say. My father grins like somebody just handed him the keys to a Lamborghini. He manages to introduce himself to Josh without drooling, but barely. Hell of a slider you threw there, Josh says to me, though right off the plate. Thank you, sir. Good velocity on your fastball, too. You've really brought that up since the spring, haven't you? I've been working out a lot, I say, building up an arm strength. Big jump in a short time, Josh observes for a second. The statement hangs in the air between us like a question. Then he claps a hand on my shoulder. Well, keep it up, son. Nice to have a local boy on our radar. Makes my job easy, less trouble. He flashes a smile and nods goodbye to my dad and Louise and takes off. Big jump in a short time is true. 88 miles per hour to a 93 in a few months is unusual. Pop wouldn't shut up on the way home, alternating between complaining about what I did wrong and crowing about Josh Langley. He winds up in a good mood, though, more happy about the Padres scout than upset about someone else getting a hit off me. Simon's family gonna be there, he asks as he pulls up to Bayview High. Pay our respects if they are. I don't know, I answer him. It might just be a school thing. Hat off, boys, Pop says. Louise crams his into his pocket of a football jacket, and Pop wraps the steering wheel impatiently when I hesitate. Come on, Cooper, it might be outside, but this is still a service. Leave it in the car. I do as I'm told to get out, but as I run a hand through my hair, and close the passenger door, I wish I had it back. I feel exposed, and people have already been staring at me enough this week. If it were up to me, I'd go home and spend a quiet evening watching baseball with my brother and Nani, but there's no way I can miss Simon's memorial service when I was one of the last people to see him alive. We start toward the crowd on the football field, and I text Keely to find out where our friends are. She tells me they're near the front, so we duck under the bleachers and try to spot them from the sidelines. I have my eye on the crowd and don't see the girl in front of me until I almost bump into her. She's leaning against a post, watching the football field with her hands stuffed into her pockets for oversized jacket. Sorry, I say, and realize who it is. Oh, hey, Leah, you heading out onto the field? Then I wish I could swallow my words, because there's no way in hell Leah Jackson is here to mourn Simon. She actually tried to kill herself last year because of him. After he wrote about her sleeping with a bunch of freshmen, she was harassed on social media for months. She slit her wrist in her bathroom and was out of school for the rest of the year. Leah snorts. Yeah, right. Good riddance. She stares at the scene in front of us, kicking the toe of her boot into the dirt. Nobody could stand him, but they're all holding candles like he's some kind of martyr instead of a gossipy douchebag. She's not wrong, but now doesn't seem like the time to be that honest. Still, I'm not going to try defending Simon to Leah. I guess people want to pay their respects, I hedge. Hypocrite, she mutters, cramming her hands deeper into her pockets. Her expression shifts and she pulls out her phone with a sly look. You guys see the latest? Latest what? I ask, with a sinking feeling. Sometimes the best thing about baseball is the fact that you can't check your phone while you're playing. There's another email with a Tumblr post update. Leah swipes a few times at her phone and hands it to me. I take it reluctantly and look at the screen as Louise reads over my shoulder. Time to clarify a few things. Simon had a severe peanut allergy, so why not stick a Planters into his sandwich and be done with it? I've been watching Simon color for months. Everything he ate was wrapped in an inch of cellophane. He carried the goddamn water bottle everywhere, and it was all he drank, but he couldn't go 10 minutes without swigging from that bottle. I figured if it wasn't there, he'd default to plain old tap water, so yeah, I took it. I spent a long time figuring out when I could slip peanut oil into one of Simon's drinks, someplace contained without a water fountain. Mr. Avery's detention seemed like the ideal spot. I did feel bad watching Simon die. I'm not a sociopath. In the moment, as he turned that horrible color and fought for air, if I could have stopped it, I would have. I couldn't, though, because you see, I'd taken the EpiPen and every last one in the nurse's office. My heart starts hammering and my stomach clenches. The first post was bad enough, but this one's written like the person was actually in the room when Simon had his attack, like it was one of us. Louise snorts. That's fucked up. Leah's watching me closely as I grimace, and I hand the phone back. Hope they figure out who's writing this stuff. It's pretty sick. She lifts one shoulder in a shrug, I guess. She starts to back away. Have a blast morning, guys. I'm out of here. Bye, Leah. I squelched the urge to follow her, and we trudge forward until we hit the 10-yard line. I start shouldering through the crowd and finally find Keely and the rest of our friends. When I reach her, she hands me a candle. She lights it with her own and loops her arm through mine. Principal Gupta sets up the microphone and taps against it. What a terrible week for our school, she says. But how inspiring to see all of you gathered here tonight. I should be thinking about Simon, but my head's too full of other stuff. Keely, who's gripping my arm a little too tight. Leah saying the kind of things most people only think. The new Tumblr posted right before Simon's memorial service, and Josh Langley with a flashy smile. Big jump in a short time. That's the thing about competitive edges. Sometimes they're too good to be true. I will see you guys in the next part. Bye.